Hello everyone, it's Brian Hoagland with Hoaglandscape, and we are off and running on a new exciting project in Belmont, North Carolina. We are gonna do a landscaping renovation in a new neighborhood for a new home, and we are gonna rock this place out. So here we have the standard builder's package. We're gonna save these gardenias right here. Have a nice fragrant flower, but everything else is gonna get transplanted to the left side of the home so we can really jazz this up. Right now it's a 7-foot wide bed. We're gonna increase it to 10 feet wide, get more plants in here, and we're gonna have a nice specimen plant on the right corner. So we're gonna move around the house here, and I'm gonna show you what we have going on the side. A lot of it's already done. This bed will make some changes. And then this is where she hides her trash cans. We'll put in some shrubs here and then connect it with this bed to the air conditioner. These shrubs will stay, these ligustrum shrubs. We're also going to be changing from pine needle to shredded pine bark. This bed will have a curve to it, come to the edge of the fence right here. We're going to have a huge 20 by 25 patio right here, including a fire pit, and on the other side we're going to have a 8-foot long kitchen area with a countertop, built-in grill, all that good stuff. And here we're going to do some landscaping. This is the master bedroom. We're going to have a nice coral bark Japanese maple as a centerpiece right here. In the backyard we're going to put a bed in this area. It'll have some tall growing shrubs so they can have just a little bit of privacy. Not trying to block off the neighbors totally, but just have a little bit of privacy on the patio. And in front of the tall growing Shindo viburnum, we're gonna put some encore azaleas. She's got 2 nice maple trees already installed by the builder. Between those 2 trees, we are going to do a 20 by 15 bed of mixed muhly grasses. We're gonna mix in pink and white and have a nice landscaping boulder for a nice effect in there. And then finally, the last piece as far as the landscaping, you can see the retention pond down here. There's an ugly little cement culvert right there. So we're going to strategically place a tree here to kind of block that sight line off. So we're going to plant probably a sugar maple right here. So we've marked the beds with marking paint, and now the guys are just digging out by shovel the fresh sod that was laid. It'll be easier instead of tilling it. But here you can see the blue line denoting the edge of the bed. We marked out our beds, and they've put the organic compost down. This is a thing that Hoaglandscape does that's different from a lot of other landscaping contractors. We don't want to just put a plant in here in this hard red clay soil. I'll show you what it looks like. And it's really hard when you just dig a hole out and plant in it and expect that plant to do well. It's hard for the roots to grow out through hard clay. We are in a drought right now, so the ground's extremely hard. And what that creates is basically just a pot for your plant, and with no hole on the bottom. So it's just gonna fill up with water, saturate the plant, and kill it. So what we like to do is come in with organic compost, till the soil thoroughly with that, so that plant can get off to a good start and start getting acclimatized and ready for spring, where it will really start sprouting, the root system. So there's one bed, got all our plants here. We have not tilled yet, but we put all the dirt down. Another spot right here where we're connecting this side bed to this bed. Hey, look at that, the guys are here. Hola, amigos. They look so excited. Here's what we got. Raphael, you ready to do some tilling today? No? Somebody else gonna do it?
Jose.
Jose? Okay.
Jose.
Here's another area where we created a bed. Now it's got some cable line going into it. You see a little bit of orange there, and it's got an electrical line going through it. So we are not going to till in this bed. We're just going to strategically plant so we don't hit any of those lines. And there was one more area up here in the front. We're widening this bed out, putting a little more curve to it. So there that is. They just have to add the organic compost to it, and then they can finally start tilling. We are on day 3 of our project in Belmont. As you can see, we have most of the plants in. Got some nice lavender encore azaleas here. Spectacular color in the bloom. A little variation of pink deep inside of the bloom. Shindo viburnum. They're going to spread out to 8 feet and give her some privacy. We created this bed in the backyard with some muhly grasses. She didn't want anything growing too tall because she has this outstanding view of the woods and a pond. Now, one of the things we like to do around our beds is dig a deep trench. This will allow us to mulch, but not have to worry about the mulch coming over and flooding into the yard when it rains. It'll retain the mulch inside the bed. To the left side of the home, you want symmetry in lighting. So even though there's not a big architectural aspect to lighting this side, we're going to put an uplight right here. A few other things we're going to light in the backyard. We're going to light this red maple. We'll have a boulder in this bed, and we're going to put a shrouded well light on that. That'll diffuse the light a little bit, soften it up a little bit so we just don't have a big hot spot on the boulder. Another light coming in here on this red maple. Then finally, Raphael, our foreman, has gone to get a sugar maple tree. It's going around here, and we'll have an uplight on it. And we've got a light on the opposite side of the house, the left side. It's not a whole lot architecturally to highlight it, but it just gives it symmetry. You want symmetry in outdoor lighting. We put corrugated pipe onto each downspout, ran it out to the edge of the bed, and then we have a pop-up emitter so the plants don't get flooded with water. And so here is our final design. Can't stress enough the importance of curve in a landscape. You want that organic shape so the eye it just naturally appeals to the eye. Straight lines are a cardinal sin in landscaping, so don't do it. Got a nice specimen plant here by the front door. This is a Japanese umbrella pine. Doesn't get real tall or wide, but it's very unique and makes for a nice specimen plant. In the bed itself, we have Goshiki holly, Cassian grass. We're going to be adding a boulder here in stage 2 of our job. And we've got our lights in and a nice redbud tree right here. So as you can see, we dug that trench on the sides of the bed. It holds the mulch in case of rain, which we're going to get tonight. With a light here to give us symmetry on the front of the house. Each corner's lit. Lower petalum that we transplanted. Here's our copper tone distilium. It'll have very inconspicuous but red flowers toward the end of winter. She had an existing ligustrum through here. Then we added a few more distilium right here. Going into our backyard on the left side here, we have the big tall plants. We'll get about 8 feet tall. Our Shindo viburnum, and then we've got these nice lavender encore azaleas in front. This will give them a little bit of privacy. Those Shindos will grow and thicken out. So I have kind of like a hedge there, but just give them a little bit of privacy. This is off the master bedroom. Got a mix of some azaleas. Again, encore azaleas bloom spring, summer, and fall. And we got a wonderful showpiece here. One of my favorite Japanese maples. This is coral bark Japanese maple. You see the coral colored bark. It's got green leaves in summer and spring, but the fall foliage is kind of a orange yellow. So it's really nice. We've also got some more Distilleum in here. So part of landscaping is continuing a pattern throughout. So we use several of these shrubs, but mix them in with others on the entire job site to just give it some sense of order and possibly kill them. These enclosed areas are great because they bloom in spring, summer, or fall. You just have to fertilize them after each blooming season. So after the blooms fall off, that's when you put down your fertilizer again. They'll set more buds and you'll have another blooming season. So this process developed pretty quickly. What'd you think about it? I mean, what?
I think it went so smoothly, and because we had done business before, of course, I knew what you were capable of doing as far as developing a plan that had interesting plants. I like the idea of having lots of good texture and different plants that wouldn't be seen in every other yard in the neighborhood. And I think we achieved it really well.
Well, thank you. What's important to you about, not having the standard builder's package, and what value do you see in landscaping for the value of your home?
I think that just the idea of adding my own personal touch with advice from you, because I don't know that much about plants, but just adding my own personal touch. As I told you, my neighbors were just gaga over the landscaping. They just thought that it was so beautiful and really loved the idea that it was different and, just lots of different elements.
What gives you the confidence in us to bless us with such a great job?
Well, I know that in working with you at my other house, I knew that whenever I needed something, you responded immediately. And always had a plan of how to take care of an issue, how to make things work well and, in a reasonable amount of time.
I don't know about you, but I think Hoaglandscape rocked this project.